Hi, I'm James Power and I am going to tell you about one of the funniest days of my life. I was sitting up late on a Sunday, playing some good old Guild Wars 2. We had so much fun and we were capping loads of bases in World vs World. However, time went out of hand and while having such a good time, the clock suddenly went 4 in the morning. I realized that I had to go to sleep, so I said my goodbyes to my IP friends in Guild Wars 2 and went to bed. Unfortunately, I had a bit too many Red Bulls to drink that night and I couldn't get to sleep until somewhere between 5 and 6:30 in the morning. When I finally got to sleep, the sun was already starting to get up over the rooftops of my city. I was sleeping heavily and when I woke up I saw that I had missed my cell phone alarm and my 5 in case off alarms. I went up faster than you could say fuck, brushed my teeth, ate a bag of chips and then went on my way to school. As I walked, I saw that the clock had already hit 11:30 and I was certain I was going to miss the first lesson. I hoped that it wasn't anything important. Then I arrived at school and met up with my best friend Roger, the guy with the weird nose. He said, "Hi mate, good to see you." And I replied, "Good to see you too mate." And Roger said, "You missed the getting electrical shocks to prepare for a potential job within electricity and stuff lesson." I replied that I was happy I did. "Let's go eat pal," Roger said. At the lunchroom, we carefully read the menu to see if it was worth eating at school that day. It was potato soup, that's tasty as fuck, so we both went happily into the line to get some. When we almost had finished the line, we see this douchebag standing with his head pointing towards the soup, and he put his fingers in his fucking mouth, purposely vomiting in it. He then proceeded to high-five his retard friends and then went out of the room. Oh god. We first thought about eating around the vomit, but the more we thought about it, the more impossible it seemed. Instead, we started walking towards McCurt's to eat some fast food. The walk over there took quite a bit of time, but about 20 minutes later we finally arrived. As we stood in the queue, we spot Bonnie from Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. He was in front of the line ordering the biggest meal you could imagine. After his food was ready, he just laughed and went away from the restaurant without paying for it. The staff looked like question marks in the whole face and didn't know what to do with all the food. Then the manager came and said that they'd either have to give away the food or just throw it away. Since me and Roger was next in the line, we got the meal for free. It was just a thank and receive. Nice! The meal was huge as fuck and we got to stay at the restaurant for a long time. When we finally finished the whole meal, Roger looked like he had forgot something. He pulled out a coupon of his back pocket and said, "This is a coupon for a mega meal. It's 50% off and this is the absolute final day to use it. If you pay half and I pay half of the discounted price, we can share the meal." So we then ordered the meal and the staff looked at us funny as we went back to our table. I think they thought we wouldn't be able to finish it up. But when we ate our final fries, they applauded for us and said, "You are more than welcome back for another meal guys." It was great. We had spent quite a while in the restaurant and the way home took even longer than the way over there because Roger had to stop and vomit 2 times along the way. When we were back in school, the bell rang just as we stepped inside the building. The day was over. We high-fived each other and a large smile spread on our faces. Roger then said, "This was a great school day indeed. Let's go over to your place and eat a couple of pizzas and play some Mario Kart 8. I couldn't decline the great offer.